So I'm back home from taking my dad to get some important information, and then also going up to my son's school because he is having a perfect attendance luncheon. And I have not been able to walk in a year because I tore my MCL. And this has been another journey I have been on. Ooh, child, I'm on some journeys, child. But I pulled up, went to the school. I have a like a rolling walker, rollinator kind of thing to help until my knee gets fully functional. But I am moving around a lot better and a lot faster than I was. But I went up to my son's school, and the people that have been there since he's been there, I was like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" And I told me, MC, I'm getting better today. He was like, "Mom, you're doing a good job. This boy have grown so much. He represents our school. He speaks for, and these are things Daniel wasn't telling me. They didn't tell me that he is representing his school. He's speaking in front of people. They didn't tell me nothing. Okay, and they ain't told me nothing to do. But this is the first I heard of it. But if I tell you, proud. And I looked at him, I said, Daniel, you don't think mommy needed to know this? He was like, every day I go to school, Mom, I just think about making you proud. Seeing you smile, and you tell me I can do anything. And we say affirmations in the morning before I get out the car. I just thought you would know that I'm doing all this stuff. I said, no, I didn't. But now I know. And these are the moments that, even though I'm going through this journey, it feels like a death in a way, and a rebirth in a way. So I do feel like I'm going through a cycle of death and rebirth. Now, honestly, I do. But these are the things that just let me know, Misty, you're on the right track, girl. You're on the right track. That my son is doing well. And he had the option to leave. And he said, Mom, we're on a learning streak. I don't want to leave. I want to finish learning. I said, what are you learning? And he says, it's something good. It's something I don't know. It's new. So I need to get it. And if I leave, I may not get it. And I was like, okay, you can stay. When I look at Daniel, I look at God sending me a comforter. That's what I see in my kid. God knew. God knew that I was going to, boy, life was going to pop, me upside my head. And so I feel God sent me a comforter. Just to say, keep going. And the crazy thing is, old people in my life, they always, when they see me, it's so shaking me though. You doing good, girl. Good, girl. Girl, you face adversity, girl. And I'm like, but I get tired. And I told my aunt one time, I said, I get tired. And she was like, you're not tired. No, you're not. You gonna press on, girl. We're watching. You gonna press on, girl. You're doing a good job. And those are moments that I feel that God is ordering my steps. God is ordering my steps through life. No matter how difficult, God is ordering my steps through life. I was reminded of something yesterday, the whole reason why I did this video, that growing up, I saw women crumble. And I would try to figure out why these women are crumbling. And I noticed the same dynamics in all of them. As long as they're by themselves, they rocking and rolling. Kids good, life good, family good, they good. The moment They let the wrong Negro in their life do this. Yeah. Including my mother. And it took me a long time to like somebody. Want to love somebody. It took me a long time. Because I was like, do that. I don't see my life doing that. And I got married fresh out of high school to a man I thought I loved. And the girl he knew went to college. The girl he knew grew up. And so that then made it difficult for him and I to stay married, because I started seeing life from a different perspective, a different lens. And he was still looking at life from the Third Ward streets. I was no longer connected to that anymore. Even though we lived on the higher middle class side of Third Ward Medical Center. We could walk to Herman Park. We can walk to the medical center. Like, we were on the streets over from that. So, we had city council living on the street. You can go knock on the city councilman's door. You know what I'm saying? Activists and leaders lived in our community, close-knit community. And we knew who they were, and we knew who their children were. So even though we lived in Third Ward, we lived in the bottom. We lived on the other side. But still affected by the things that were happening in the community. Even though we're on the other side, we still were adjacent to a really horrible side. And even that really good side had its own dysfunction. And to see, growing up, I saw men get with women who had it going on, baby. Beautiful women, mature women, lively women, and just wound their soul and laugh about it. I grew up seeing that. And so I was always afraid of going through what these women are going through. So the moment you would show me some book, I'd be like, who finna do that? Not me. You a lie. I'm not doing it. So I would cut the dough. Cut it. The hardest thing it was able for me to leave is my marriage, because I used to be very religious. So I felt like if I prayed for him, if I did this, if I did that, if I he'll be a good husband. And when people would meet me, people would tell me how much my husband loved me, how much he talked about me, what he thought about me. And I'd be surprised with him. They'd be looking at me, talking to me, and I was surprised with him. I was like, what? I didn't even know he felt that way. Because he did not show that when we were at home. And some things that fly out his mouth didn't say that either. But every time I met people, they would tell me just how much my husband loved me, how much he adored me. And I was like, I was young. I was confused. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought he was trying to mind screw me, if you want me to be honest. But I said, this nigga trying to mind screw me. I'm the one with college education here. And not only did I have a college education, but my education is in psychology. Who are you playing mind games with? So it took a cousin that I love dearly. Her name is Jackie. And she talked real rough. Bitch, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna be nobody's fool. Bitch, open your eyes. Blah, 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 blah. She remind me of Miss Pat. Miss Pat be talking to people. That's how my cousin Jackie talk to me. Bitch, open your eyes. Pay attention. And I was like, okay. This nigga trying to play you. Don't get played. And I was like, and I'm listening. And it clicked. I said, wait a minute. This is a game this nigga here playing. And since we playing games, then let's play the game. But when I started playing the game, it wasn't all good then. But as long as the game was being played on me, it was all good. She a goddamn fool. She don't know nothing. And the truth be told, what he don't know, I'm pretty sure he knows today, but what he did know is he would bring people to the house. He'll bring his friends to the house. Mind you, we grew up in the same neighborhood, so these friends grew up with me, and they know me. If he went and got water or peed, Misty, let me tell you what he doing. He ain't no good. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And because every time I left, I went back, I told myself, you gonna stay. You gonna stay and play the game with him. I shouldn't have did that, but I did. And then it wasn't all good then. I was a whore. I was a slut. I was all these things. But it's okay for you to be in the street? I was a little confused about that. So I played the game. And I played it. And even I got some good advice from one of his aunts. She was like, baby, cut it all out. She said, and honestly try to fix your marriage. And if it don't work, walk away with clean hands. She says, I'm going to get an update in 6 months. Baby, 6 months, we was over. Okay? And I walked away with clean hands. And he lost his entire mind. Because I walked away. But when you had me, you didn't know what to do with me. And right now, to this day, he'll always say, I wish I was still your husband. I wish you was still my wife. I cannot find you nowhere. He used to say that all the time over the years, because it's been 20 years, child. And he used to say that all the time over the years, but I kind of pay attention to it. And then they said in, okay, you all right. Can't find me everywhere. And I had to realize, even in this journey, that when somebody do not have the capacity to love you in the way you see love, that has to be okay. You can't force it. It has to be okay. Even recently, I loved a man. Talked to me all the time. The day before he got married, talking to me. Dude, what do you want? What do you need? And I, up one night, click on Facebook. Wedding pictures. Okay. As I said in a previous post, I've taken so much on the chin because I felt like I knew better. I have the capacity. They don't. And I would carry all of that around, i.e., carrying it all around. And people not even thinking, this is gonna hurt her. This is gonna wound her. This will destroy her. They don't ever see that. And I am learning to understand. Well, I'm learning that it's not a them issue. It's a me issue. Being worthy. When you feel like I have such a busy life. I got this going on. I get in my head, I say all the things. Oh, you have a small child. At your age, 49, and Daniel will be 8 next week. Oh, you're an older lady with a small child. And, men, because I don't like young men. An older man don't want a woman with a baby and this and that and that and the other. And I would tell myself some of the craziest things just to cope with the way things are or the way things were. And I realized that's what got me here. Not understanding that I'm somebody is praying for. I'm a woman somebody is praying for. Like, I come with things. When a man get me, he get somebody. You don't get on nobody, you get somebody. And I tell myself that all the time now. And if you do not take advantage of what, because I feel like now, when our paths cross, it's something you need. That's why God calls our paths to cross. But just know, if you misuse the path that you cross with, the path will disappear. I am path. Okay? So there's a lot of things I'm learning about myself. Capacities that I have and capacities that I don't have. And also the courage to talk about it. Because it stayed in my head for so long. And it stayed on my heart for so long. And I feel like the God inside kept saying, video diary, video diary, video diary, video diary, video diary. And this diary going to be all over the place. Just letting you know, it's going to be all over the place because I'm spilling out all the things in my head and on my heart that I have kept to myself for years and years and years and years. But for me to be a better me, I have to get comfortable with vulnerability. And that's like a kryptonite for me. Being vulnerable, like showing sides of myself that I perceive to be weak instead of vulnerable. I'm going to have to be comfortable in that space of being vulnerable. And standing up for myself. I used to stand up for myself in anger. People know me, can tell you it can be that. But I'm learning to stand up for myself in my own glory, in my own right. Like, what? That ain't for me, child. Child. No. No. And no. And no, and no, and no. And I am in a place where I'm going to love the people who love me and not worry about the people that don't, or the people that do not have the capacity. It's okay too. That's the one good thing about learning yourself. When you sit in your own bullshit, it's easy to understand other people's bullshit. You sit in yours till it stink. Okay. Sit in it till it stink. You can understand why people do what they do, how they do, why they do. And so I'm thankful for every moment that I get of clarity, oneness, free, just to feel and be and not live up to other people's expectations of me and all this other BS I had in my head and in my heart. I'm over that shit. I'm over it. Over it. And so I will keep talking every day, spewing out my guts every day until I get comfortable in a space and letting it out. Because the more things I let out, God brings fresh and exciting things in. And that's what I'm trusting and believing God for in this season of my life. Namaste. Oh, I'm going to be a crybaby. I'll cry a lot. Oh, Lord.